So I'm Dr. Phoebe Bronstein. I am the director of the Culture, Art, and Technology and Practicum programs at Sixth. I also teach in the CAT program. This fall I'll be teaching CAT 1, and I really love teaching the lower division classes, and I particularly love teaching in fall quarter, and that kind of like welcoming you to the university and to Sixth class. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit in this video about just what CAT is, what do we mean when we say culture, art, and technology. In the other videos for orientation, I'll go sort of more into detail about CAT 1, 2, and 3, then about our upper division requirements, 125, and the practicum. And then I will also give you an overview of something new that we're doing, which is hopefully a global seminar in London in summer 2021. So here we go. So just a broad scope overview. As you come into Sixth as a first year, you will take CAT 1 in the fall, CAT 2 in the winter, and CAT 3 in the spring. In order to get into CAT 1, you need to have cleared ELWR. If you have any questions about what that means, feel free to reach out to academic programs or Sixth College Advising, and we can all sort of help work with you to figure out where you should be this coming fall. We also have upper division requirements in Sixth as part of our GE requirements. They are CAT 125 and then the practicum. So you can take the practicum in a variety of ways or fulfill that requirement, which I'll talk about again in a later video. Right now, I just want to focus on what do we mean when we say culture, art, and technology? What are we sort of talking about? So in CAT, obviously the C is for culture, and we are thinking broadly. So culture may mean learning about language, media, literature, race, class, gender, sexuality, nationality, religious identity, ability in many different contexts. And we may be thinking also at the intersection of many of those categories of culture in any one class. And so you might use sort of translation, right, in one of our CAT 3 classes to think about the sort of intersection of language, culture, technology, art, right? All of these things are combining, but through that lens of translation. When we talk art, we're again thinking super broadly. So that may mean film, which is what I teach, predominantly media history. So I teach a lot of film and television studies. And we're thinking about how do we use that text as a lens to talk about these bigger issues where we see art at the nexus of technology and culture, and what kinds of statements or is that art making? How do we see reflections of particular political structures within the art that we look at? And so you can think about that even in terms of a building. What are the politics of the building? How does that building construct our experience of space? How does it make us feel? Those are some of the kinds of questions that we'll start to sort of unpack and look at the theoretical underpinnings. For instance, in Dr. Stan Chatterow's class in the fall about cities, the theoretical underpinnings of urban construction, right, and urban sort of planning. And then finally, but by no means least, technology. So technology, again, encompasses sort of a broad array of things. We might be thinking about anything from the pencil to the printing press if we're thinking about the sort of evolution and advent of writing, and the ways in which writing itself as a practice and embedded in structures of capitalism, right, develops in response to technological innovation. The printing press makes mass printing possible, and mass printing makes the birth of the novel possible, embedded in newspapers, which are sold, daily stories. So I think, right, one of the things that's really important as you come into CAT that you understand is that while our classes look broad, and it looks like maybe the topics are sort of broadly imagined, that we're always thinking that intersection, and each topic is a lens into thinking about the ways in which culture, art, and technology intertwine, and then what we can learn from that sort of intersection. So I want to ask you this question now, and something to definitely think about as you head into the fall quarter. What do you expect from a first year writing program? CAT, at the end of the day, is a writing program. We have these fun, I think they're fun topics. They're sort of meant to bring you in to start to think critically about the intersections of culture, art, and technology, and then you're sort of learning the skills of writing throughout your first year, in academic writing specifically. So what do you expect from a first year writing program? What do you think it will demand of you? And what would you want it to offer you? And are there things that you're worried about? Are you worried about access to technology? Are you worried about paragraph structure. No area is too small. And so start to think about this now. And there'll be a survey embedded in Canvas as part of orientation. So keep all of this in mind. Please watch the rest of the videos on CAT and then fill out the survey, because it'll help us know what you're concerned about and also what you're hoping for in this sort of first quarter of college.